Now we will start a practice, so the first thing we need to do is to give a name for the practice. Delete this part, and what we will be doing is regression Walmart modeling. We will work on a regression problem and model machine learning using Walmart data. It is a good idea to have what we will be doing in the title. So, the basic setting is done. We will move on to uploading each set of data if you are done up to this. If you have logged in and uploaded the data, let's move the data to the canvas. The uploaded data is located in the first one, Save Datasets. In the module category, if you open it, you have My Datasets. If you open it again, you see the features, stores, and train.csv files you uploaded. Let's start with the features.csv file. Put your mouse over the file and drag it to the canvas. Now you have the file on the canvas. You can zoom in or out, or move the screen by using these buttons at the bottom. You can move it around by the button below as it is convenient for you to practice. Let's see what the data look like. There is a circle at the bottom of the data. If you put your mouse over the circle and click the right button of the mouse, you will see this window. If you click on Visualize, the second one, here, it will show a table where you can see your data. It doesn't show all the data you have, but it only shows the first 100 of them. As I explained earlier, it has 12 columns and 8,190 rows. It has the store in the data with 1-week intervals. And the temperature, the fuel price, and the markdowns 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, which contain information of promotional events of each store. And it continues with the CPI, Consumer Price Index, the unemployment rates, and the last one is holiday, whether it was a holiday or not. When you have data like this and select each column, you can see its statistical values on the right side. When you look at the statistics after selecting the store column, you can see the min of 1 and the max of 45. You can see that there are 45 stores from store 1 to store 45. You can do it with date and temperature as well. The min and the max of temperature are -7 and 101. The temperature is in Fahrenheit. The average fuel price is about $3. If you look at markdowns, you can see a lot filled in with NA. NA is a null value, which means no value. We can't get important information necessary for our training from such null values. We are not going to use the markdown data with many null values for this training. Since we are not going to use them, we will exclude the data. And the CPI and the unemployment rates would have influence on sales. We'll use them. So what is holiday? However, since we have the same as holiday in the train.csv file, and don't need to use the both, we will exclude it from here. Now you can close the Visualize window. What we want to do first before merging with the train.csv file is to separate the features.csv file into two sets of data. One we are going to use and the other we are not. Let's get another module for this job. Go to the module category to find what you need. There is one called Data Transformation. Open this data transformation, and after filter and learning with counts, you will find manipulation, which is related to modifying data. When you open it, it has many modules under it. The module we need is to select data we want to use only. It is Select Column in Dataset module. Drag the third module from the bottom and place it below the features.csv file. Now we have two modules. You may have already noticed that each module has circles on top or bottom of it. If you connect the circles, the two modules are connected. If you put your mouse over the circle at the bottom of the features.csv file and drag it down, you will see a line like this. If you place the other end of the line at the circle of Select Columns in Dataset, the two modules are connected with the line. Even if you move the modules around, the connected line remains intact. Then, the data will be taken from the first module and used by the second module. You may see a red exclamation mark in the second module. The error occurs because the module's function is to select the data to use. But we have not given any information on which columns we have chosen. So, go to the window in the right side with the second one selected. Click on the Launch Column Selector button in the Properties window here. Then, the 12 columns we have will be displayed here. You can choose the data for modeling and move them to the right. We need to use which store location it is. We need the date, the temperature, the fuel price, the CPI, and the unemployment rate influence sales, too. We choose these 6 columns and move them to the right. Our data originally had 12 columns. But we are not going to use markdowns 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and as holiday. It's not that we don't use this holiday completely, but we exclude it from here because the train.csv file has the same data. So, we make sure that the 6 columns we are going to use are on the right side. We have store, date, temperature, fuel price, CPI, and unemployment here. Those who have the columns there can click on the check button at the bottom. Now we have selected the columns for us to use. We will merge the train.csv file, the second one, with the selected files. Go to My Datasets and drag the train.csv file. Let me move my screen a little bit. Place it here like this, and we need to get a module to merge these two files with. The Join Data module under the Manipulation menu is the one that merges two data sets. As its name shows, it joins one to another. Bring the Join Data module to the canvas. Different from the others, Join Data has two circles on the top. When you merge two files, you need to get both the two files, so it has two circles. We will link the left circle with Select Columns in Dataset, and then link the right circle with train.csv. We have linked the two separate files by Join Data to merge them. Let's look at the Properties window in the right with Join Data selected. Even if we tell it to merge two files, it doesn't automatically merge them. We need to define key values of each data to make the job done. Then, we will have to give the key values from each of the left and the right data. Let's give the key values from the left one first. Click on Launch Column Selector. We need to define based on which column we want to merge data by giving the column names. We will need a Store column. And we want to merge based on date. So, it is based on Store and Date. With these two selected, click on the Check button. We need to choose the same key values from the right file. Open Launch Column Selector. Same as before, choose Store and Date. Because we don't want department, we choose only the first and the third one, and move them to the right. Then, click on the Check button, and you will see that the Store and Date from the left table and the Store and Date from the right table are selected. When we want to merge two files, it is possible to do it if they have the same key values. There is an option below. Match case determines whether we want to distinguish between uppercase and lowercase when we compare key values. Whether we want to consider two key values identical only when they are identical with the same capital letters and small letters. Since we already have identical capital and small letters, it is not important for us to check or uncheck Match case. And for Join type, you can just keep inner join as it is. It has to be the inner join to have the data merged with Store and Date as the key values. At the very bottom, you will find the Keep Right Key Columns in Join Table box, checked in blue. You must uncheck it. This means that because we have the Store and Date values, both in the left and the right tables, two identical Store and Date will exist after the merge. Because they are identical, one of them doesn't have to exist. We want to uncheck it to exclude the key values from the right table. Make sure all the values are selected correctly and the option at the bottom is unchecked. After that, we will click on the Run button to run this job on the server. You can find a triangular button that resembles a play button for music. And if you click on it, our modules on this canvas will run on the Azure server.